Our lesson for today is talking about fraction. So, what's the meaning of fraction? First, we're going to learn how to write a fraction in letters, and second thing, we are going to learn how to write fraction in digits. So, we have two ways to write fraction. The first way is to write in letter, and second way is write in digits. But first, let's watch this video.
Ah, hello. Ah, ah,
Why
ah.
don't you divide the pizza into equal parts? This pizza is all. I have all the pizza and I want to distribute the pizza
Ah,
equally to six parts because I have six people. What should I do? Okay, let's cut pizza into six parts, but equally. We took one out of six parts. One out of six means one in up and six in down. And can read it as 1/6. What if I took two out of six parts? I can write it as 2 in up and 6 in down. Read it 2/6. I have 1/6 and 2/6. This is called fraction. The pizza is full, and we took part from it. This is called part, and fraction express is part of all.
ah. Hmm.
Now, now let's learn how can I write a fraction in digits and letters. Let's say I have two parts and I take one out of the two parts. How can I write it in digit? I can say 1 out of 2, or in letters is called half. Now, I have three parts and I take one out of the three parts. I can write in digit 1 out of 3, or in letter is third. What about four parts and I take one out of four parts? It's called 1 out of 4, or fourth or quarter in letters. I have five parts, and 1 out of 5 is called 1 out of 5, or fifth. What about six parts and take 1 out of 6? It's called 1 out of 6 in digit and sixth in letters. What about seven parts and I take 1 out of 7? It's called 1 out of 7, or seventh. What about eight parts? It's called 1 out of 8, or eighths. What about nine parts and 1 out of 9 is called 1 out of 9, or nines. What about 10 birds and I take 1 out of 10 birds is called 1 out of 10, or tenths. Let's take more example about the fraction, but first let's remember the meaning of the set. Meaning of set means a set of objects have same properties. Let's say I wanted to make a set of the red flower, so I will make a circle to the red flowers. What about if I wanted to make a set of the rabbit? I will make a circle to the rabbit. And this means set. Now, write the fraction according to the colored bird. I have how many birds now? How many triangle? Triangle means the parts. I have one, two, three, four, five, six. Six triangle and I have 1 out of 6. How can I write it as a fraction? I can write it as 1 out of 6. Now, how many parts I have? Parts means the parts. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 parts and I take 1 out of 7. The colored part means 1 out. So I have 1 out of 7. Now I have how many stars? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, and I have 1 out of 8. Now I wanted to make a set according to the writing fraction. Now I have the fraction and I wanna to make a circle to the part. I have 1 out of 3, so I will make a circle to 1. Here I have 1 out of 2, so I will make a circle to 1 flower. I have 1 out of 2. How I have 1 out of 2 and I have more than 2 bananas? How can I circle it? 1 out of 2 here in this situation means I have groups of 2. I have two groups of banana. One group of 3 bananas and second group of bananas. So I have two groups of the bananas. So 1 out of 2. So I will make a circle to one group of the bananas. So make a circle to one group of the bananas. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video.